Hello, my name is Marianne Lane. I'm a Danish channel spiritual teacher, and my English is not so trained, but I hope that if the language skills doesn't reach, the energy will. This is Elite Teachings. It's channel teachings from Spirit, the soul of Cosmic Atlantis, and as a channel I will open to connect to this teaching. A part of the teachings goes within the energy, and you can reach to this part of the teaching by setting your intention, make your choice of receiving this teaching. Take a couple of deep breaths. Maybe also put your attention to your body. Recognize your senses. Through your senses, recognizing your body. And thus open to this special teaching. In these times, the energies having huge shifts, and thus open the consciousness in an expanded version. This expanded version is a version that gives you the possibility to reach to questions, reach to acknowledgement of what is important. When your consciousness opens to this level, it can give you questions that put you into difficulties because you have no possibilities to answer to these questions. But you can also reach to questions that gives you the possibility to reach to an understanding of who you are and why you are here. These understandings opens in these days on earth right now. And some souls have been here for millennia, opening to these possibilities. But right now, millennia of people opens to this recognition, this acknowledgement of where and what is happening. The acknowledgement goes from the deeper part of the consciousness and to the outermost part that's met by your senses. This traveling of consciousness is a mirroring of the traveling of consciousness from Cosmic Atlantis to this place here on this earth. So in your consciousness, you have a mirroring of the soul travel to and through all cosmic communities. The soul here on earth now, the earth soul, is carrying pieces from every civilizations from there to here. Souls incarnating on this earth right now opened to these pieces and the possibilities to be aware and awake. What is awakening? Awakening is the possibility to see. And what you see is what you're looking for. Thus, the new questions that opens will awaken the human consciousness to see. What is the first question that pops into your mind. And when you reach to this question, the first question that pops into your mind, you just hold it for a while. Stay there with this question. Breathe deeply, just a couple of times. And then look beneath this question. What is the next question that opens beneath this first question? Again, just sit and look, watch this question for a while. Put your consciousness around it. And maybe recognize what this will do to you. And then, after a little while, you again look beneath this question. What is the question beneath the question? Let it rise to your attention. And at the same time, recognize the sensation in your body. What happens in the body as you go below the question of the question? For now, we go to the next and last level of this teaching. When you're again opening to the question below this question. There's nothing wrong and nothing right here. It's not an equilibrium or an equation with a solution. This is a slow opening in your consciousness, using the possibilities, the teachings from Cosmic Atlantis. Take a couple of deep breaths. And slowly recognize, what does this opening to the question, below the question, below the question, below the question, this recognition, what does this mean for your everyday life? For all the things that represent a face, a mask in your everyday life? Let it be, let it fall, let it slowly dissolve. And maybe you even feel how new lines and dots and cables opened within your consciousness. Maybe it's more a sensation of peace, recognition of knowingness. This is something I knew, but I just forgot. This is something I knew, but I didn't look for it. No matter how it opens, it's perfect. What is interesting, maybe, is that when you go below the question, below the question, below the question, this opens to the higher dimensions of your consciousness. The higher dimensions sees the aspect of everything and how every aspect connects into higher aspects. This opening is the mirroring of the closure of the soul consciousness through the traveling through cosmic times since Cosmic Atlantis. So just right now, you are mirroring the opening, the awakening, the soul awakening through cosmic times. Right here, right now. And what is kind of special is that this opening makes sense in your everyday life. And for you to recognize this, you just need to bring it in. And when you bring it in your everyday life and recognize the deeper meaning, you begin to manifest the mirroring of the soul of Cosmic Atlantis into this earth consciousness. In your everyday life, you will recognize the possibility to see and find meaning, find solutions. Not make solutions, but find solutions. Use a little while to recognize the difference. What is the difference between making a solution and find a solution? This question, you can also bring this in your everyday life and begin to experience the opening of your consciousness through cosmic time. And this is happening on Earth right now. Not only to you, to me, but to everybody. The training has been happening. It's going on through the mirroring on the internet. When you access the medias and you are in this kind of nearly sleepy state, and you just go by with everything that comes by, recognizing, sorting, accessing. This is making the arrangement in your consciousness, in your system, to be able to carry the cosmic consciousness. Nearly everybody on Earth right now is pursuing this training through cell phones, through the media in any way. In this space, in this rearranged consciousness, the soul consciousness opens slowly. This opens to heartfelt recognition of what is important. Have you experienced that already? That somehow in a new way, you have this heartfelt recognition of what is important and what is not. This means that you are already receiving and opening to the cosmic soul consciousness. Travels all the way from Cosmic Atlantis to here, right now. And also what is new is that when you recognize this soul carried recognition of what is important, you can bear it. Your heart can bear it. Before we had this opening, this awakening, it was too hard to handle. It was too hurtful for the heart to watch, to interact. It was so easy to be devastated and let everything go that hurt. Have you recognized a shift in this? That without losing your heartfelt sensation of what is love, what is right, what is wrong, you can bear to be the mirror, to be the soul that sees everything. This is the first step of the awakening, to be able to see and to bear, to watch everything with love, without being devastated, without being crushed. This is opening right now in every human being on earth. And right now, the shadows that has been ruling on earth for thousands of years begins to transfer and to be exchanged. When you are able to bear love completely, the pain and the shadow will be exchanged with love and light and possibilities from the cosmic soul. And what is truly liberating, truly opening for the heart believed in peace and possibilities, for the expanded version of the human being, is that this will open from within. And you will recognize it, not in the bigger picture right now, but in all the smaller pictures. So when you're zooming in, and what is going on in the smaller pictures, you will begin to recognize this awakening, this opening. And when it reaches the positive critical point, you'll begin to recognize it in the bigger pictures as well. The positive critical point is a turning point where the unpositive, the not positive possibilities, the not positive actions will begin to lose its powers. And if you look really carefully, there is in the smaller pictures around in the world, this is already happening. And because this is already happening, the possibilities for the opening in the bigger pictures is also already happening. Because the power of the positive possibilities is so many times stronger than the power of the negative possibilities. So when we reach this critical positive point, there's no going back. With this words, we just take a slow step backwards into the training again. Open to the first questions that comes by. If this is difficult, the training goes in your everyday life by watching your thoughts, categorizing your thoughts. Which thoughts is related to the old patterns, the negative carried patterns, and which thoughts is related to the new patterns, the positively born and bared thoughts. Everything will be present at the same time as we are in the shift, in the change, in the exchange. So being aware of all your thoughts. When are your thoughts related to the old negative patterns? When are they related to the new positive patterns? By categorizing your thoughts, you are putting yourself into the awakening state. In the awakened state, you will recognize what is happening within yourself and which forces you are opening with your attention, with your thoughts, and with your feeling. And this training is suitable for the training with your thoughts, because open to the first thought that comes by can be quite difficult if you are not used to recognizing your thoughts, because by watching your thoughts, you thus might short circuit your consciousness, and thus the thinker will stop. So if you most of the time have unconscious thinking in the old negative patterns, immediately when you begin to watch what is the first thought that comes by, it stops. So if this happens, the drill is to watch your thoughts as much as possible and categorizing them. Don't stop them. Don't do anything else. Just to point them out. Okay, this is old negative patterns. Okay, this is new positive patterns. Open the awakened state. Open to the new consciousness system. The cables, the circuits that has been trained through your use of cell phones and the internet. In any way, in every way. So you're trained to reach the awakened state. So using the awakened state, watch your thoughts in everyday life and just point them out. Old type of thoughts that carries negative energy, negative related, opens to fast, angry energy, no matter what cause. And then the new thoughts that carries the positive patterns. The positive patterns open to find the solutions. The fast negative patterns makes the solutions. Recognize the difference in your everyday life, and just by the recognitions you will experience this shift, because it's opening right now all over the world in every human being. By recognizing it, you enhances these possibilities, and they are leaving a tremendous amount of possibilities for peace and de-stress, to rise your vibration without symptoms of awakenings, thus an equilibrium way of rising your consciousness and your vibrations. And everybody is into this shift, but how you recognize it is different. Because this is so important, because this is so much happening right now. A tremendous amount of channels opens and begin to see and talk and channel about this. And maybe you are such a channel because you found your way here. Maybe you can use this channel's possibilities to help you in your awakening. This positive mirroring is the next level of the positive patterns to download and to be installed in your system. So the first download and the first installment is about the thoughts and the feelings, the recognition of the old negative patterns and the new positive patterns. And just put your intention on recognizing the different patterns in your thoughts and recognize your ability to do this is like the 0 step, the ground step, the step before the steps. And this is the sign of the awakening. And everybody can do this. Everybody on earth has the possibility to watch their own thoughts. And maybe you think this is nothing, but this is everything. Because this is a true step for you to be able to let your soul guide you, let your soul lead you in your life, in your choices, and let you find the solutions instead of make the solutions. I hope you enjoyed this teaching from the soul of Cosmic Atlantis. We invite you to use this teaching as often as you feel it, and we will be back again with more teachings, and maybe this channel makes a difference to a few or to many. That is not the important question. That is not the important answer. It's not how many. It's enough that if only one gets the help from this channeling, then this channeling makes sense. Thank you for watching and participating, and open to that this teaching makes sense. I have been channeled for more than 7 years, kind of full time. This was my first time with fully channeling of the teaching of Cosmic Atlantis, and I'm a little soft, touched, and it feels like I've been practiced and trained to do this. So I just want to thank you for being here, participating, and for all the souls, all the spirits that have been teaching me and trained me to do this. Thank you. See you in another teaching, another part of this work, where we are sharing in this new era possibilities, where we're not only meeting with the eye and with the ear, but with all your senses and through your field, your energetical field. So your energetical field interacts with this teaching. This is the new era possibilities that we are opening to. And by watching and joining this teaching, you will reach the possibilities to do this too. Maybe you are already doing it, because this is opening in really many channels and teachings right now. So, thank you for this meeting. See you.